Hey there, Flow fam! Welcome back to English in Flow, the channel that's all about making your English journey fun, fluent, and totally unstoppable. I'm Liam, your language wingman, and I'm absolutely thrilled to have you here today. Whether you're chilling at home with a cup of tea, grabbing a quick coffee, or sneaking in some learning on your morning commute, thanks for tuning in. Today, we're diving into a topic that's going to supercharge your English skills: how to train your brain to think in English. Now, I can almost hear some of you thinking, Liam, thinking in English? That sounds like trying to teach my brain to juggle flaming torches while riding a unicycle. Trust me, I totally get it. If English isn't your first language, it might feel like a massive challenge. But here's the awesome news. It's not only possible, it's a game changer that'll have you speaking like a pro, understanding conversations like a native, and maybe even dreaming in English. Imagine waking up one day and realizing you just had a dream where you were chatting fluently in English. How cool would that be? In this video, we're going to break it all down into simple, fun steps you can start using right now. By the end, you'll have a toolbox packed with tricks to make thinking in English feel as natural as breathing. Whether you're a complete beginner or you've been learning English for years, this is for you. So, grab a notebook, smash that like button, and let's get into the flow. Oh, and if you love learning English with us, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you never miss a video. Ready? Let's dive in. Let's kick things off with the big question. Why should you train your brain to think in English? Isn't it enough to memorize vocab lists or nail those tricky grammar rules? Well, imagine you're baking a cake. Vocabulary and grammar are like the flour and sugar. Super important. But thinking in English is the secret ingredient that makes the whole thing delicious. Let me break down why it's your ultimate secret weapon for mastering English. First, it gives you fluency that flows like a river. When you think in English, you don't have to pause and translate every word from your native language. It's like swapping a rusty old bicycle for a sleek sports car. Your words come out faster, smoother, and way more natural. Fluent speakers don't sit there thinking, okay, how do I say this in English? They just say it, and that's exactly what thinking in English does for you. Second, it makes you lightning fast in conversations. Ever been in a chat where you're scrambling to find the right word, and by the time you've got it, the moment's passed? It's like trying to catch a bus that's already left the station. Thinking in English cuts that lag time. You'll respond quicker, keep up with the flow, and feel like you're truly part of the conversation, not just watching from the sidelines. Third, it boosts your confidence to the stars. Picture this. You're at a cafe, ordering your favorite caramel latte in English, and it feels as effortless as chatting in your native language. No stress, no second-guessing, just pure confidence. When you think in English, you stop worrying about mistakes and start owning your ideas. That's when you start shining. Fourth, it wires your brain for English. Thinking in English trains your mind to process the language naturally, like tuning a guitar to the perfect pitch. Suddenly, you pick up words, phrases, and even jokes more easily. Your listening skills level up, and you start catching those little details, like why someone's giggling at a clever pun, or what makes a song lyric so catchy. And finally, it opens a new window to the world. Did you know the language you think in can change how you see things? English often focuses on action and clarity, so thinking in English might make you describe a sunset or solve a problem in a fresh way. For example, in some languages, a sunset might be described with a single poetic word, but in English you might say, "The sky is painted with orange and pink, glowing like a warm fire." It's like putting on a new pair of sunglasses for your brain, giving you a whole new perspective. So, thinking in English makes you fluent, fast, confident, and tuned into the language in a brand new way. It's like unlocking a superpower that lets you connect with the world effortlessly. Pretty exciting, right? Now, let's dig into how your brain and English connect, because this is where the real magic happens. Have you ever wondered what's going on in your brain when you learn a new language? It's like your brain is a giant puzzle, and every language you speak is a unique way of fitting the pieces together. When you think in English, you're teaching your brain to solve that puzzle in a new, exciting way. Let me paint you a picture to make it clear. Imagine you're at a vibrant street market, describing a juicy mango to a friend. In your native language, you might have one perfect word that captures its sweetness, its bright color, and the way it makes you feel. But in English, you might say, "It's bright orange, super sweet, and tastes like a tropical party." Same mango, different way of thinking. That's because every language shapes how you process the world, and English has its own special lens that's clear, direct, and action-oriented. Here's the cool part. When you think in English, your brain skips the middleman, your native language. Instead of translating, "How do I say mango in English?" you just think mango. This direct connection makes speaking and understanding English feel effortless, like dancing to a song you've known forever. It's like your brain is saying, "Hey, I've got this." Let's try a quick challenge right now to flex that brain muscle. Look around you and pick one object, maybe a phone, a cup, or a book. In your head, say 3 things about it in English. For example, "My phone is black. It's on the table. It's super shiny." Go ahead, try it. Pause the video if you need a moment and drop your description in the comments below. I'm dying to hear what you picked. Did you do it in English, or did your native language sneak in? No worries if it did. That's why we're here. Fun fact: research shows that people who think in their target language are better at expressing ideas and solving problems in that language. It's like your brain becomes a ninja, flipping between languages with ease. I remember when I was learning Spanish, I used to translate everything in my head, and it was exhausting. But once I started thinking in Spanish, it was like a light bulb went off. Everything clicked. That's what we're aiming for with English. By training your brain to think in English, you're not just learning a language. You're upgrading your mind's flexibility, creativity, and problem-solving skills. Ready to start training? Let's jump into the fun part, the how-to. All right, Flow Fam, this is where the rubber meets the road. Training your brain to think in English doesn't require fancy apps, expensive courses, or hours of study. It's about small, playful habits you can weave into your daily life, like adding sprinkles to your favorite dessert. Think of it like planting a garden. Start with tiny seeds. Water them regularly, and watch your English bloom into something beautiful. Here are 6 fun, creative steps to get you started. Number 1, play the English spy game. Turn your world into a secret mission. Wherever you are, your kitchen, a park, a cafe, or even your bedroom, pick 3 objects and describe them in English in your head. For example, the lamp is yellow. The book is thick. The window is open. Make it a game by setting a 30-second timer for each object. Want to level up? Describe how they make you feel, like, "The lamp makes my room cozy," or "The book looks like an adventure waiting to happen." This game trains your brain to think in English on the spot, and it's perfect for any level, from beginner to advanced. Try it today and tell us in the comments what you described. I'm curious. Number 2, narrate your day like a movie star. Imagine you're the lead in a Hollywood blockbuster, and your life is the script. narrated in English. As you go through your day, talk to yourself, out loud or in your head, about what you're doing. Brushing your teeth? I'm brushing my teeth with minty toothpaste. It feels so fresh. Cooking dinner? I'm chopping carrots for a tasty soup, and it smells amazing. It might feel a bit silly at first, but it's a powerful way to get your brain comfortable with English thoughts. Plus, it's like starring in your own movie. Who doesn't want that? Number 3. Create an English playlist for your brain. Surround yourself with English by listening to songs, podcasts, or audiobooks in English. Pick stuff you love. Maybe a pop playlist with catchy tunes, a true crime podcast that keeps you hooked, or a funny YouTube vlog that makes you laugh. The key is immersion. Try listening without subtitles first and see how much you catch. Don't worry if you miss some words. Just let the English wash over you like a wave. Over time, your brain will start picking up rhythms, phrases, and expressions, making it easier to think in English without even trying. Number 4. Talk to yourself like you're your own best friend. This one's a total game changer. When you're alone, narrate your thoughts in English. Getting ready in the morning? Say, I'm putting on my blue shirt. It's my favorite. Time to grab my keys. Planning your day? Think, I'll work till noon, then meet Sarah for lunch. Wonder what we'll talk about. It's like having a mini English conversation with yourself, and it builds confidence fast. I used to do this when I was learning Spanish, and it felt like my brain was getting a daily workout. Try it. It's weirdly fun. Number 5. Write a daily English journal. Grab a notebook and write a few sentences in English every day about your life. It could be simple, like, today was sunny and I went for a walk in the park. Or more detailed, like, I'm excited for the weekend because I'm planning a trip with friends. Writing forces you to think in English as you form sentences, and it's a great way to practice new words or phrases. Don't worry about mistakes, just focus on getting your thoughts out. Want to share your progress? Snap a pic of your journal and tag us on Instagram at English in Flow. We'd love to see it. Number 6. Join the English Conversation Club. Find ways to chat with other English speakers, whether it's through a language exchange app, an online forum, or a local English meetup. Even a quick 5-minute chat forces your brain to think fast in English, and it's a great way to build fluency. Don't have anyone to talk to? No problem. Practice with yourself, your mirror, or even your pet. My dog, Max, loves my English rants, and he's the best listener. 0 grammar corrections. The key is to make English a living, breathing part of your life. Let's recap those 6 steps. Play the English spy game, narrate your day like a movie star, create an English playlist, talk to yourself, write a daily journal, and join the conversation club. The beauty of these steps is that they're flexible. You can mix and match them to fit your life. The key is to start small and make it fun. You don't need to overhaul your entire routine. Just sprinkle these habits into your day, and you'll be thinking in English before you know it. Okay, we've covered why thinking in English is your secret weapon, how it connects to your brain, and 6 fun ways to start training. But let's be honest. Learning to think in English isn't always smooth sailing. You might hit some bumps along the way, and that's completely normal. Every language learner faces challenges, and the important thing is not to give up. Let's talk about 5 common hurdles you might face and, more importantly, how to crush them like a pro. Challenge number 1. The fear of messing up. It's super common to worry that you're saying things wrong or that people might judge you. I remember when I was learning Spanish, I once told a friend I was embarrassed instead of pregnant. Yep, big mistake. But here's the truth. Mistakes are your best teachers. When you were a kid learning your first language, you probably made mistakes every day, right? And look at you now, speaking like a champ. It's the same with English. The fix? Embrace mistakes as learning opportunities. Every time you stumble, you're one step closer to fluency. Try laughing off your errors or keeping a funny mistake journal to track how far you've come. Mistakes aren't failures. They're proof you're trying. And that's what counts. Challenge number 2. Feeling overwhelmed. English has thousands of words, endless grammar rules, and exceptions that seem to pop up everywhere. It can feel like you'll never catch up. But here's the secret. You don't need to learn everything at once. Focus on small, doable goals, like thinking in English for 5 minutes a day or learning 3 new phrases a week. It's like climbing a mountain. One step at a time gets you to the top. Challenge number 3. Slipping back to your native language. It's so tempting to fall back into your comfort zone, especially when you don't know a word in English. I used to do this all the time with Spanish. My brain would default to English whenever I got stuck. The solution? Keep practicing simple thoughts first, like what you're eating, how your day's going, or what you see around you. Start with, I'm eating a sandwich, or the sky is blue. Over time, your brain will rely less on your native language and more on English. Challenge number 4. Not enough chances to practice. If you don't live in an English-speaking country or know many English speakers, it can feel like you're stuck in a bubble. But there are tons of ways to practice solo. Listen to English music, watch movies or shows without subtitles, or join online communities like language exchange apps. You can even practice by describing your day to your mirror or narrating your thoughts while you're out for a walk. Trust me, your reflection is a great listener. Challenge number 5. Frustration with slow progress. Sometimes it feels like you're not improving fast enough, and that can be a total buzzkill. But progress is sneaky. It happens bit by bit, and you might not notice it until you look back. Celebrate small wins, like understanding a song lyric, having a short chat in English, or thinking in English for a whole morning. Keep a progress tracker, maybe a note on your phone or a page in your journal, to remind yourself how far you've come. You're doing better than you think. Let's recap those solutions. Embrace mistakes as learning opportunities, avoid overwhelm by starting small, stick to English thoughts, find creative ways to practice, and stay patient with your progress. Every challenge is just a stepping stone to success. You've got this, Flow fam, keep going, and you'll see results. Now that you know how to tackle challenges, let's talk about making thinking in English a lasting habit. The key to mastering any skill is consistency. You don't need to practice for hours, just regularly, like watering that English garden we talked about. Here are 5 tips to keep you in the flow and make thinking in English a natural part of your life. Tip 1. Set tiny, achievable goals. Aim to think in English for 5 minutes a day, describe 1 object in English, or learn 3 new words a week. Small goals are easier to stick to, and they add up to massive wins. For example, challenge yourself to describe your breakfast in English tomorrow morning. Maybe, I'm eating toast with jam, and it's delicious. Write down your goal and check it off when you're done. It feels so good. Tip 2. Build a daily English ritual. Make thinking in English part of your routine, like brushing your teeth or having your morning coffee. Maybe every morning, spend a few minutes thinking about your day in English, like, I'll go to work, then hit the gym, and maybe watch a movie tonight. Or, while you're walking to school or work, describe what you see in English, like, the trees are green and the cars are zooming by. Tie it to something you already do to make it stick. Tip 3. Use fun English tools to spice things up. Apps like Duolingo, Quizlet, or Anki can help you build vocab, while YouTube channels like ours give you tips, tricks, and inspiration. Spend a few minutes a day with these tools, and you'll be improving without even noticing. Love podcasts? Find one in English about a topic you're into, like travel, gaming, or cooking. I'm obsessed with a podcast about space exploration. It's in English, and it's mind-blowing. Listening to English content is like giving your brain a daily English bath. Tip 4. Connect with the Flow fam. Join our English in Flow community on Instagram, Discord, or even in the comments below to chat with other learners. Share your progress, ask questions, or find a language buddy to practice with. Practicing with others makes learning more fun and keeps you motivated. Plus, it's amazing to see how learners from all over the world support each other. Drop a comment right now and tell us where you're watching from. I'd love to know. Tip 5. Celebrate every single win, no matter how small. Learning English is a marathon, not a sprint, so take time to cheer for your progress. Understood a movie without subtitles? High five. Thought in English for a whole morning? You're a rock star. Wrote a journal entry without Googling a single word? That's huge. Write down your wins in your journal, or share them with us on social media. Celebrating keeps you pumped and reminds you that every step forward is progress. Let's recap those 5 tips. Set small goals to stay motivated. Build a daily English ritual. Use fun tools to keep it fresh. Connect with the Flow fam, and celebrate your wins. Consistency is your superpower. Even 5 minutes a day can lead to massive progress. Keep it fun, keep it flowing, and you'll be amazed at what you can achieve. All right, Flow fam, we've covered a ton today. We talked about why thinking in English is your secret weapon, how it connects to your brain, 6 fun ways to train your mind, how to crush common challenges, and 5 tips to make it a habit. Here's the big takeaway. Thinking in English is a skill, and like any skill, it takes practice. It won't happen overnight, but with small, consistent steps, you'll get there faster than you think. Let me share a quick story. When I was learning Spanish, I struggled to stop translating in my head. It was like my brain was stuck in English mode. But I started narrating my day in Spanish, just like our movie star tip, and bit by bit, it clicked. One day, I caught myself thinking about my grocery list in Spanish without even trying. That's the moment I knew I was on the right track. You'll have that moment with English too, I promise. Thank you so much for watching this video. You're not just learning English. You're unlocking a whole new way to connect with the world, share your ideas, and chase your dreams. Keep practicing, stay consistent, and most importantly, have fun with it. You've got this, Flow fam. If you enjoyed this video, give it a big thumbs up, share it with a friend who's learning English, and subscribe for more tips every single week. I'll see you in the next one. Until then, keep flowing, keep growing, and happy learning.